like that. Out there, I don't have no, you turn on the faucet, the
Just like
water.
that.
You know, if you go to the bathroom, you take the water. That's what you do. Okay, I'm glad I was born in the country. I'm very glad. Because I don't have no, I need, in order for you to have a real bath, the water has to come out of a damn spigot up there. Well, it's not a bath. No, you take a dipper. You take your stove. You want it hot? How hot you want it? That's too hot. Just put some coal, you know, and then you got a perfect, to me, it's perfect. That's what they're gonna have to do. There's a white girl come out here. She's married to an Iranian. The Iranian used to be Mr., let's call him Mid-America. Boy, he was buff. You ought to see. He was buff. He was really, can't hardly walk now, but he was buff then. And we used to have the best Malcolm X program I ever went to. They had it in UK, University of Kansas, probably around 1990 or something. Anyway, they're here. So the white girl comes by and she's been knowing me all those years, all fine. Where's the sister? I said, hell, I don't know where the sister is. What you talking about? They think, remember, everybody, if they think the Iranians, remember, I done tested them all for years. So the Iranians got to clear up their thing because they wouldn't treat me the way they was treating me according to what our relationship is. The ones back home are fine, but the ones here, they got to fix stuff up. They got to fix that up. And boss man, the white man, when I say boss man, you got to give me a JPCOA, whatever it is. Now you know we know you're gonna lie, so, but that's what we want. That way we get 2-3 months, at least we can run around. Because we gotta fix the world. And even the white man, some of them is right in on this. They're doing what we call the other day, remember, involuntary compliance. They're complying with a lot of stuff, but it's involuntary. Involuntary because they don't. This stuff, look, just look around at what's been happening. This thing is unreasonable. It's mega polices on me. Mega polices. And I know little team of 5 or 10. No. It's like, okay, so yeah, I tease them, yeah, I have fun, but they've discovered a lot of stuff. This nigga does this nigga does that, and this is dangerous for us. That's the way they look at it. That's why it ain't no like old handful of white folks. No, sir, I'm sorry. I already know that. I know it, and I don't care if everybody else knows it. But I know it because the first thing you gotta do, if you're going through this period of isolation, you have to be redundant, right? Or you become a dictator. In other words, I know what's going on, I'm all right all the time, and I'm gonna do that. You know, like Fidel, a nice guy, but he just, you know, he wanted to do everything himself, because, you know, right? So this movement, you have to avoid that. No, I ain't doing no Fidel, no sir. But what can I do then? I have to go over this stuff 10 times, 15, 20 times. I have to run this test, not once test ain't gonna do it. No. We have to go over this over and over and over again. Number one, it's going to show everybody what's going on, right? Like, look what we've done over these years. Everybody, how many times we haven't strayed from these subjects, just like what we said in the beginning. We're going to make 5 or 6 subjects, and that's it, right? And that's all we. But what do anybody that play like they don't know what's going on in our community is playing around. And the other thing is, where is everybody? Where is everybody? Right? Where is everybody? Where's everybody that was here? Where's everybody that was in Oakland? I didn't bring all the pictures. But you remember all the people in Oakland. Where are they at? Where did you go? Where's the UCLA crew? Where's the headquarters crew? Where's our Masjid in San Diego? Where's our Masjid in Sacramento? Where? Where are all those people? Why nobody said nothing about none of this? No, they don't say nothing. Right? For what reason? Did I steal their girlfriend? Did I try to hang them? What did I do? Right? I mean, I'm not asking a question, but I would. If it was normalcy, like just a normal, we're not normal here. We're not, I'm not saying that for like, I'm tough. I ain't saying nothing like that. What we're doing is not normal. Finished. Okay.
Come to terms with it.
No, that's what hey, I've been in terms with this evidently for a long time. To become content. Imagine you get to do it. You don't got to do it, but you're content with all of this stuff happening. And this is just chit chat. This is nothing. I can't even, if I go into the minute details and how often it happens, look outside. There's cars there that won't run. There's a little car driving here, and it gets here and it stops right there. Where's that, right? And they didn't charge me $400 and something. Well, I just took the guy. The thing we did a month or so ago, I just took it to him maybe the other day. I'll have a few people call him, what you gonna do? But I ain't gonna waste a whole lot of time. The roof, anybody went on the roof knew that somebody punched holes in the roof. They just punch holes in the roof. They punch holes in the roof. We call the plumber come out and pitter-pattered around. Well, we can do it with $250. It's fine. Well, we might need this thing. I said, hold it. I said, how much you need? $250. I said, I gave y'all $100 already right here. I said, now here's, what does that make? That's it, that's fine. I said, no, here's another $100. Because I'm going to do a program with y'all. So y'all can go on and do whatever you want to do. You can fix it, you can leave it alone. But the water down there is the same thing. People will leave a little pinprick at there. You can't turn that water on, or it goes. They don't come back and fix it, they just leave it. I said, fine, it's okay. The stuff, I had to do something. What is some of it? I got a bill, must have been one I paid a while back. That was serious. Well, forget it. It was $3,050. They said your stuff up there, you know how serious I am about the yards and stuff. I'd be on that right away. They said, oh, well, you didn't do this or you didn't do that. So everything doubled and quadrupled up. And that'd be $3,050. That's a few years back. But they come up with stuff like that all the time. You have to have some specialness going along to do this, or to want to do it, or to find beauty in it. Well, it ain't nothing but beauty. When you look at what's happening to everybody else, this is super easy. It's a joke. Because all you got to do, I think you might remember this, a letter to the DC police. Yeah. The thing is to realize what your job is. This is the thing, $3,000 something. The point is, Most names. You know, this is the Johannesburg Airport roster for September the 8th or something, one of them days. What it is it says do not board rings, you know. In other words, I can't get on. Say, September the 4th, so I can't get on the plane. So you can go to the embassy, no, he said the consulate. No, he said the embassy. When I went to the embassy, there was a big fat guy just coming out the door. Can we help you? I said, oh, well, I come. Now they had all them old CIA-looking guys, but they look like CIA. They really look like, you know what I mean? Just like what you visualize, they look like that. These guys look like that. You know, the ones that are there, boy, I'm coming in, I said, yeah, I should have just told them, y'all really look the part. You know, you guys look exactly, you know, the Hollywood stuff. So anyway, they said, no, you can't board. So I went and I kept it, I got his card, everything, Then they said, okay, we got it fixed. So I went back 2 days later. They said, well, we can't board you. So I just told them, I said, are you keeping an American citizen from re-entering the country? We're not saying you can't re-enter the country. We're saying you can't get on that plane. So I told the guy next to me, I said, okay, get me a ticket. Get me a ticket, and I'm loud talking. Get me a ticket, Johannesburg, Rio de Janeiro, Mexico City, Tijuana, Mexico, and I'll walk across the border. And then the guy, his phone rang. We might be able to do it. See, I used to sell dope. And I took trips all over the world. And one of the trips that I made was from Colombia. After I got from Mexico, I was in Colombia a while. I got Colombia, Rio de Janeiro, South Africa. And I remembered it well. Because at that time, blacks couldn't leave that, from America, couldn't go into South Africa. They had Congressman Diggs, but in the old days, we couldn't go because we were rebel rousers. We would get these people all riled up, talking about civil rights and nigger rights and stuff like that. No, I stayed in the airport. Yeah, you know. Anyway, and then they wrote it on, this is the roster. If I want all employees, their names, what their shift was. That's what it is. So I can get all of them as witnesses. Just like all of this stuff, I have witnesses for it. I have all of my arrest records. I've gotten most of the interviews and the statements, and you know, the body cams and all that. What I'm telling them on the body camera, I have $10,000 in there on the desk. I'd just like to go back and get it. No, they're driving home. Actually, it was 11,000 because I had another 1,000 extra that was outside of that package that I was paying off everything. I have, you remember the carton, the mail carton of, had 3 sections. Each one of them was a whole section of my case. This one had all the stuff. So I was going to take those, one go to this attorney, one go to that attorney, and I keep one for ourselves. And just to make sure that they had a feeling that that was important, whenever I left the Masjid, I took it with me. And the other bag had a whole other set, the carry bag. So I actually had 4 sets. So anyway, when I got arrested, they kept it and they gave it to Mukhtar. They said, Mukhtar said it's a lie. But everything they say is a lie. All of that is recorded. All of that is recorded. We had to have a case where people could look at a person or a group and they could see their whole future unfold. See, we haven't accidentally done this. This is all according to a plan. From way back, the closer it gets to now, the more detailed the plan gets. You know what I mean? Like when I came here, I don't know if I ever told y'all, I came here because I said, if I go to D.C., I'm going to get all the game. They're going to throw everything. Now, in Oakland, you see, we had the game. They wasn't missing nothing. But in D.C., they done added a few extras because of time, place, and circumstance. So right now, the reason that this is serious is because of the time. You know where you get a feeling about the time? I don't know about y'all, but I have a feeling about the period we're living in. This is whatever it is, it's getting close. You know what I mean? And before we delayed, we stalled, and we're still doing some of that. But there is quantum leaps necessary, we believe, for this period of time. This is what we feel that is good for the earth, it's good for the society, and it's good for the people. But we want to know, we want the people to know that you don't have to be afraid of these people, because we didn't hypnotize the system. The system is doing what we want it to do. When they call and act stupid or whatever they do, that's what we want them to do. We don't tell them, stop. It's not true. Well, it's fine. Anything else? What else can we do for you? You know, or when we want to talk, I'll answer. If I don't feel like that I'm working on something, I won't answer the phone. Because I don't want to be disturbed. I got my mind focused on that. But when I get free time, just give me a call and I'll, hey, you need to go to hell. You're going to burn in the hellfire. You're this and you're that. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. We make the system behave as we desire. All of it, all of our brothers, look, believe it or not, whether it's our brothers from Iran, whether it's our sisters that they, Hashimi, you know what I mean? Okay, it's good to clear up that stuff now. Remember, the way I visualize them, first of all, there's different groups. The ones that went back home and I could see them, they just like things, they appreciate everything, they're good people. These guys here now, in the Daftar and around, something is wrong with them. I don't know whether they're Sabiqun, I don't know, because their behavior is not proper. Okay? They're going to have to clear up their behavior. They're going to have to clear up their behavior. I mean, you know, they're going to have to clear it up. Okay, the other stuff about what my children do, I don't blame them for nothing. I want them to do what they're doing. But I'm going to explain it to everybody. And nobody can, some kind of way, make you feel like this is not the right thing. It's exactly the right thing to do. They're the ones that's ruining their life. Who would tell their children, oh, don't go down there and pray anymore? And I didn't set up the book table, whatever's there, you know, first Sakina, then Fatima could come. Imagine, you done fixed the table for them, you done did the whole thing. All you got to do is stand there and take money. And they're going to make $75 or $100, something like $89 each time. And they can take that money and fly off, whatever they want to do. course, they saved it, that's good. Well, they did save it. What I'm saying is, who would tell their children you got technically it's a restaurant on the fix, whatever. Y'all remember the joint right across there? It was stocked with food. We went and bought them freezers, but we was gonna have them other, like sliding doors with the milk, eggs, but the standard stuff that everybody needs, eggs, butter, stuff like that. Okay. And they like to play with their phones. They can take their phone or their computer and they sit in there. They can stay in there all day. They can have different shifts. They can do what they want. On the weekends, I'm going to cook a food for you. The same thing that we can't wait to eat all the time, right? Who would tell their children to stop doing that unless something is wrong? It ain't something wrong with me. There's something wrong with them, right? But it ain't bad. Why it's not bad? Because if you know who they are the day you see them, in 1987, when Abdul Malik brought them, and Abdul Malik, right now, if somebody calls you, that was the result. Abdul Malik calls first. Abdul Malik calls first. And then Sister Bahia used to be cruising along, everything's fine, and then they need a pep talk or something, and they gotta go. So I just teased them a while. I wouldn't say no, but then I know what you need. You need a pep talk. So they need to get away, and either they thinking what they're doing is wrong, and Abdul Malik got to convince them you're doing the right thing. And they're not trying to do nothing. What they said to you yesterday, that was just saying something. They had it was no meaning in it, because, I know what they're doing. I've been with them all the time. Another thing is about divorce. I live downstairs. There is no Negro in the United States that I have ever seen that had divorced a woman and gave her a stack of $100 bills. For example, you ever seen the niggas giving girls anything when they get a divorce? Nothing. 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 They don't give them a look. They lucky. They just say divorce. Them niggas is gone. All of them, every time, all the time. They never say, well, sister, now, here's a stack of hundreds, it's fine. Well, if you keep them or give them away, that's our business.